Hi Taurus, and welcome to your weekly tarot reading. I am Celtic Gaia Tarot, just in case whoever's trying to copy my readings. So yes, Taurus, just give me a minute, guys. I'm changing how I do readings, and I have laid the cards out, but I've not turned them over. And people trying to contact me, my email is in the About section. I am not very good at advertising my services. I'm sorry. I just assume people find me if they want to. So your additional guidance card is to the sea. So I absolutely adore this card. It's a bit like the Six of Swords in the tarot. There's this sort of sense of flow, of change, of moving to one place to another. But it's an incredibly peaceful card. Very graceful, very flowing, and emotionally extremely calm. So I don't know where you're at right at this moment, Taurus, but I'm remembering last week's reading and how you left it with the Death card and the Ten of Cups. And I hope everything's good for you guys, okay? So let's see what your crowning card is. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful Queen of Cups, okay? The alchemist, the female energy, which has just been receptive, who's healed her wounds, who's learnt the lessons of the past and is now going forward, offering her cup to who knows who she's offering her emotional hand out to, who's she offering love to. Only you know, Taurus, okay? But what I love the most about this beautiful queen is her golden gown. Because in alchemy, we turn lead to gold through the process of purification, through the process of learning our lessons, through basically, yeah, through turning our wounds into our power, okay? So this is the crowning card. It's either going to be you or some love offer coming your way. It's going to be different for only you know what these cards mean to you, Taurus, okay? Now, at the bottom of the deck, you've got the King of Swords, okay? Different meanings for different people, and he can be one of the most challenging kings, as a lot of people know. He can be very emotionally cut off. Yeah, he can be a very cutting king, someone whose words can cut you to the core, his ability to cut you off is very wounding. Okay, that's one side of this king. On the other side, this could be two people having a really good discussion about the way forward in their lives, okay? So he's a master of communication. It's very straightforward, exactly like Taurus energy, very straightforward in I know you're not an air sign, Taurus, but straightforward in dealing with things. So not keeping things buried under the carpet, straightforward conversations about the emotional way forward, okay? Because you are emotionally moving forward because of this card, okay? And her head is a bit bowed. I'll come back to that. I've never noticed it before. Okay, so maybe there's a bit of contemplation. So let's look at the cards, okay, guys? We start off, okay, Two of Pentacles with the Ace of Pentacles. I'm going to turn the next two cards over. So a massive money focus with the Ten of Pentacles and the Hermit, okay? So the Hermit's the only major arcana within these four cards. Your inner guide, trusting your inner wisdom. There might be some time spent in solitude, focusing maybe on career moves, focusing on the way that you want your work life to go forward. Because for some Taurus, there's going to be a gift of money because you've got the Ace of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. But sometimes that Ten of Pentacles to me recently has been about your real soul treasure, your soul wealth. So what do you want to bring out into this world? What is your destiny? So you know, sometimes we can have a job and we can have our soul calling, okay? And that 10 and that Hermit is really speaking to me of some deep inner treasure that some Taurus want to find a way to bring forward into the world, and even in a way that can sustain them financially, basically. This Two of Pentacles sometimes means having to let go. What does mean letting go? Sometimes it's letting go of one of the Pentacles. So it might be about investing in money. You might be investing in yourself. Because it's with an Ace, it might be investing in some new project, some new business opportunity, some new work opportunity. It's a seed. It's something that's within you that wants to manifest, that wants to be born. And it could just be that calling, like I'm instinctively drawn to go and do this thing. And it looks like it's going to happen pretty quickly. The 2 is with the Ace. And right next to that Ace is a 10. So this sort of sense of whatever is calling you from within, because the Hermit, this is a deep calling, okay? That's what people call your true destiny point. When, you know, when the Hermit comes up with all these money cards, okay? So you might be starting to hear that whisper in your head about, oh, actually, I really want to go and train to do this. I really want to go and do that. But it's absolutely beautiful, beautiful cards. Very, very transparent in their meanings. Taurus, and you know what I like about it is on that very tangible earthy way, you're in a good place, and you're in your own element, and you're feeling quite solid and secure, very, very green and golden. Be true to yourself. What does your heart want? What is your heart calling you to do? Okay? And for any of you who know me, and for private readings, that is part of what I love to do the most, is through the astrology chart, find your soul's destiny and then bring it into your readings, okay? It's just it's my speciality, basically. You then move on to the 9 of Cups, paired with the Knight of Wands, okay? So this fiery knight, you had him last week as well, okay? Traditionally, one of the fire signs, but it's not always, is it? It's about that inspiration within us, that passion within us that wants to move our lives forward, okay? It's because we all have within us that fire. We have all the elements within us. Not always. Sometimes our birth chart doesn't have elements, and we have to work out how to bring in that element into our life. But anyhow, this is a fiery knight right into your life, very fun-loving knight. His energy is like just someone who'll come into your life. Let's just go on a date, let's just go and have fun. So in he comes, and paired with the 9 of Cups, that's a really, really nice energy, because it's about this lovely lightness to you. A really nice lightness to your heart energy. My only problem with both these 2 cards is it can sometimes be a bit, it can sometimes feel like a bit too much fun, a little bit too much pleasure, a little bit too much indulgence. Okay, trust yourself. See what happens next after this. Oh, then you get the Ace of Cups. With the Two of Swords, so it's still a bit of a stalemate, but you know what, Taurus? You have not got the Four of Pentacles. And I think it's the first time in 3 or 4 months you've not had that 4. Okay? You've got the stalemate, but it's not the 4, okay? So you go from the 9 of Cups to the Ace of Cups. This beautiful, beautiful Ace of Cups. In this deck is one of my favourite cards, okay? Because this Ace of Cups, it speaks for, it's about love, it's about a whole new emotional chapter in your life. An ace is a seed, it's potential, but it's talking about a love that you're not in control of. It's so you might have a love for another person because you've got quite a few people, okay? And what it's saying is destiny. Just look at the image of the eye that's going right through your heart, and all the planets are lined up, which means you're not in control, Taurus, basically. Okay? And what I'm noticing is you're not holding as much this time, okay? It's almost that you've to the sea. You're allowing this process to carry you forward a little bit more, okay? I hope that makes it, and I know for my regular viewers, this reading really makes sense. If you're new to my channel, then if you subscribe and then you connect with the energy, guys, okay? Because most of my Taurus viewers know that 4 of Pentacles, it's been 3 months, okay? Now this Ace is with the 2, which means stalemate. Some decisions still have to be made. Some Taurus could be putting off making this decision, okay? That's not going away, is it, guys? So there might be a sense of, there's a sense of going with the flow, of a much more, I really like where you're at emotionally, so much better. This is so much more, something is flowing, basically. So I'm not getting the right words. Something's flowing. And you get to the end of next week, still in a bit of a stalemate. Just don't worry about it. You know, and I really mean that. I mean, it's about getting off your own back and going, okay, maybe there's some decisions to be made. If you look, her blindfold's gold. It's golden. It's not a heavy position you're in, okay? It's almost that sort of sense of just allow yourself to be, because this is a massively different energy, Taurus, and I couldn't be happier for you. I think some people are really trying to discuss the way forward in a relationship, and okay, you might not get to a perfect conclusion. For some people, this King of Swords is a person, and I think you probably know who you are, guys, okay? I think the best solution is to go with it. Guys, if you're totally stuck, you reach out for a private reading. It's the only thing you can do. Or you just look next week to see how the cards are progressing for you, okay? Because I love where you're at emotionally. It's taken us a long time to get here. And deep breathing. Take everything easy and reach out to me if you need a little bit of support, Taurus, okay? Okay, loads of love. Bye.